Sunday morning, 6:47 a.m. You wake up early, not from an alarm, just awake. The house is silent, that particular silence before anyone needs you. This is it, the moment you've been waiting for, and your hand reaches for the phone. Not because there's a message, not because something's urgent, because there's something unbearable about just sitting, scroll, check, refresh, anything except the one thing you said you'd do. Last night you told yourself, tomorrow morning, 20 minutes, I'll finally start. And here you are. Morning arrived. Time is here, and so is the resistance. Paramahansa Yogananda was once asked by a student, Master, why do others progress spiritually faster than I do? His answer was almost brutal in its simplicity. Because they know how to listen. He continues, it is the core of selfishness, present in the heart of most people, that prevents the attentive observation of the wisdom of all ages. The core of selfishness. That's what's happening at 6:47 a.m. when your hand reaches for the phone instead of stillness. It's not laziness. It's not lack of time. It's selfishness. The small self protecting itself from what it knows meditation will do. Today, we're going to sit with one of Yogananda's most uncomfortable demands. This isn't about becoming better at meditation. This is about seeing what you owe, what you've been withholding, and why. Yogananda asks directly, why would God reveal himself easily to you? You who work so hard for money and so little for divine realization. Think about yesterday. How much time did you give to work, to emails, to scrolling, to worrying? Now, how much time did you give to God? Be honest. He continues. Why be perturbed? Because God has not revealed himself to you. Think of the long time you have ignored him. How many years have passed with God as an afterthought? How many Sunday mornings have you woken early, felt that brief opening, and then reached for the phone? A student once came to Yogananda, justifying his lack of spiritual progress by saying he had difficulty overcoming his defects. Yogananda's response cuts through everything. God does not care about your defects. He cares about your indifference. God doesn't care that you're flawed, that you struggle, that you fail. He cares that you treat him like an optional hobby, something you'll get to when life calms down. Yogananda asks, how many years have passed in this way? Why allow the rest of your life to pass without spiritual progress? The rest of your life. Every day you postpone is a day gone. Every Sunday morning you choose the phone over. Stillness is a morning you don't get back. He says, irrelevant things have assumed first place in your life. You allow various activities to take up your time and enslave you. Enslaved. By scrolling, by busyness, by the endless maintenance of a life that doesn't satisfy but keeps you so occupied, you never have to face the emptiness beneath it. And here's what you're actually avoiding. Yogananda puts it simply, no other power on earth or in heaven can do this for you. Not your guru, not your practice, not your intention. Only your will, your decision, your choice to stop negotiating and actually give what you know needs to be given. He uses a metaphor. The rose in the vase looks beautiful. One forgets all the gardening work that helped beautify it. And if effort is needed to obtain a beautiful rose, much more effort is necessary to produce a perfect human being. A rose requires daily care, water, sunlight, pruning. Your soul requires the same, and you've been treating it like a plant you'll water when you remember. Yogananda asks, does not God, the giver of your life, family, money, and everything else, deserve the 24th part of your time? 1 hour out of 24. That's what he's asking. Not 10 hours. Not your whole life restructured. 1 hour. And still, the resistance comes. Still, at 6:47 a.m., your hand reaches for the phone. Why? Because you're not afraid God won't show up. You're afraid he will. Yogananda says, when you yearn for God with intensity, he will come to you. Love him as the miser loves money, as the ardent man loves his beloved, as the drowning man loves air. The miser, the lover, the drowning man. These aren't gentle preferences. These are life or death urgencies. When was the last time you wanted God like that? He asks. Why consider important the non-essential things? Most people focus on breakfast, lunch, dinner, work, social activities. Simplify your life and place your mind on the Lord. You give your full attention to breakfast, work, scrolling, news, and God gets the scraps, the minutes left over, the moments when you're too tired to do anything else. And then you wonder why he hasn't revealed himself. Let me guide you through something brief. Close your eyes if you can. Bring to mind someone you love deeply, someone whose presence you crave when they're gone. Feel that pull, that ache of missing them. Now ask yourself, when was the last time you felt that for God? Not as a concept, as a presence you miss, a presence you yearn for. Open your eyes. That ache you just felt. Yogananda says that's what sincere devotion looks like. That's what yearning with intensity means. And if you don't feel it, it's not because you're not spiritual enough. It's because you haven't given enough time for the relationship to deepen. You can't miss someone you barely know. Yogananda offers something specific. The Hindu saints say that if we devoted a period of 24 hours in continuous prayer, the Lord would appear before us. If we devote at least 1 hour daily in deep meditation on him, in time, he will come to us. This is a promise. If you give 1 hour daily, in time, he will come. But you have to give the hour. You have to stop saying tomorrow. He says, you have a duty to the body, to keep it in good condition, a duty to the mind, to develop its powers, and a duty to the soul, to meditate daily on the source of your being. A duty to the soul, not when you feel like it, daily, every morning, before the world wakes up and starts making demands. Essential things must be put first. Upon waking in the morning, meditate. Upon waking, not after breakfast, not after checking messages. Upon waking. And then he says, no matter what may happen to your body, meditate. Reserve 1 hour daily for the scientific exploration of the soul. No matter what may happen to your body, Yogananda isn't asking for convenience. He's demanding priority. He says it directly. Do not say, tomorrow I will meditate more. Suddenly, you will discover that a year has passed without you having done anything you intended. Instead, say, this can wait, and that can wait, but my search for God cannot wait. My search for God cannot wait, because every day you postpone is a day lost. Every year that passes without progress is a year you don't get back. And Yogananda's final promise: remember, finding God means the funeral of all sorrows, the funeral of all sorrows, the anxiety, the loneliness, the endless seeking, the restlessness that keeps you scrolling at 6:47 a.m. instead of sitting in stillness. All of it ends when you stop postponing what you know needs to happen. But it requires the hour. It requires the decision. It requires you to see that 23 hours for the world and 1 hour for God is not balance, it's abandonment. Yogananda calls resistance to meditation the most destructive arrow of Maya's delusion, because it keeps you from the one thing that could end all the others. His final instruction is simple: this can wait, and that can wait, but my search for God cannot wait. Can you say that? Can you mean it? Can you wake up tomorrow at 6:47 a.m. and not reach for the phone? The funeral of all sorrows begins the moment you reserve the hour. The moment you stop treating God like he's lucky to get whatever time you have left after everything else. 1 hour, that's all he's asking. 1/24th of your day for the one who gave you the day. Reserve the hour. Meditate daily. Stop postponing. If this landed, stay with us. We're not here to inspire you. We're here to see clearly what you owe and what happens when you finally pay it. Remember, finding God means the funeral of all sorrows,